In a secure vault at Yale University lies a book that has baffled humanity for centuries. It's a puzzle locked in time. Known as the Voynich Manuscript, its pages are filled with a language that no one on Earth can read. It contains illustrations of plants that don't exist, star charts of unknown constellations, and baffling diagrams of strange contraptions. For over a century, the world's greatest minds, from cryptographers to historians, have tried to unlock its secrets, and all have failed. Carbon dated to the early 15th century, this artifact is not a modern forgery. It is an authentic medieval enigma. Its plain vellum cover gives no hint of the bizarre wonders that are held within its 240 pages. Is it a lost language, an elaborate cipher, a magical text, or simply the most brilliant hoax ever created? The manuscript doesn't just resist interpretation, it seems to actively defy it, presenting a new puzzle with every page turned. Its story is a journey through history, from the courts of Holy Roman emperors to the hands of modern-day scientists. Join us as we explore the world's most mysterious book, a codex that has guarded its secrets for 600 years. Let's begin with the object itself. The manuscript is small, about the size of a modern paperback, making it a personal item. Its pages are made of calfskin vellum, a durable and expensive material for the 15th century, suggesting a project of great importance. The ink, a simple iron gall ink, was common for the period. It has faded from black to a soft, consistent brown. The quill strokes that form the text are fluid and confident, written by a hand that was clearly fluent in this script. There are almost no corrections. The author wrote as if they knew exactly what they wanted to say, without hesitation or error. The colored illustrations were painted with a limited mineral palette. Blues, greens, reds, and browns bring the strange images to life. Some of the pages are foldouts, expanding to reveal enormous complex diagrams that must be carefully handled. The binding is not original, but the page numbering suggests that some pages have been lost to time or were rearranged. The wear on the pages is heaviest in the herbal and pharmaceutical sections, hinting at what past owners found most interesting. Every physical detail of this book deepens the mystery. It was clearly made with great care, but for what purpose? The first and largest section of the manuscript is a botanical encyclopedia unlike any other. It is filled with impossible plants. Over 100 pages are dedicated to these strange herbs. Each is meticulously drawn with its own block of descriptive text. While some plants have familiar elements, leaves, roots, flowers, they are combined in ways that defy the laws of nature. Botanists have spent decades trying to identify a single plant from these pages. None have ever been found on Earth. One theory suggests these are composite plants, where the artist combined parts of different real plants into a new creation. For example, this drawing appears to have the roots of a ginger plant, but the leaves and flowers are completely alien. Could it be a book of alchemy, where plants symbolize chemical processes? The vibrant colors and strange forms suggest hidden meanings. Or perhaps it's a record of species from a forgotten world, or even another planet documented by a lone, lost traveler. The drawings are too detailed and consistent to be random doodles. They represent a systematic but incomprehensible body of knowledge. The herbal section, more than any other, establishes the manuscript's core mystery. Is it reality or is it fantasy? Following the plants, the manuscript transitions into a series of cosmological and astronomical charts that are just as perplexing. There are diagrams resembling zodiacs, but the symbols are not the familiar signs. Instead, they are unique creations. Each of the 12 diagrams features a central symbol with 30 small figures arranged in concentric circles around it. Suns and moons are depicted with human-like faces, a common artistic trope, but here they are connected in unexplainable patterns. Some diagrams show what appear to be galaxies or nebulae, centuries before the telescope would make such observations possible. Are these maps of the heavens as seen from another world, or symbolic representations of a philosophical or mystical system? The precision of the circles and lines suggests a deep understanding of geometry, yet the content remains utterly obscure. One large fold-out page known as the Rosette's Folio depicts 9 interconnected islands or worlds, linked by causeways. This could be a map, a diagram of the universe, or a representation of the author's mind. Nobody knows for sure. Like the stars themselves, these pages are beautiful, distant, and filled with a meaning we are not yet equipped to grasp. Perhaps the most bizarre section of the manuscript is what scholars call the balneological pages, relating to bathing. These pages show communities of small, stylized figures, mostly female in form, interacting with strange green and blue liquids. They occupy elaborate pools and tubs that are connected by an intricate network of pipes, tubes, and channels. The plumbing itself seems to be the main focus, often drawn with more detail than the figures themselves. Some of these structures resemble internal organs, leading some to theorize this section is about human biology or anatomy. Could the flowing liquids represent blood, humors, or other bodily fluids in a symbolic representation of health and medicine? Other theories suggest it's a form of hydrotherapy, or perhaps an alchemical recipe where figures represent elements in a process. The figures are often depicted holding objects or wearing strange crowns and ornaments, adding another layer of symbolic complexity. The scenes have a communal, almost narrative quality, but without the key to the language, the story remains untold. This section, with its strange, dreamlike scenes, is perhaps the most personal and hardest to interpret part of the manuscript. At the heart of the Voynich mystery is the text itself, an elegant script composed of around 25 unique characters. These characters, sometimes called Voynichesi, don't match any known language, ancient or modern. They are entirely unique. For years, many assumed the text was meaningless gibberish, just random scribbles designed to look like a language. However, modern statistical analysis has revealed that the script has all the hallmarks of a genuine natural language. It follows Zipf's law, a principle where the most frequent word appears twice as often as the second most frequent, and so on. The text also displays linguistic entropy, a measure of order and structure that is similar to languages like Latin or English. Certain characters appear more often at the beginning of words, others at the end, just like prefixes and suffixes. This structure means it's not a simple substitution cipher. Cracking it would require understanding a whole new grammar and vocabulary. The language is real, or at least it's a construction so brilliant that it's indistinguishable from a real one. This linguistic sophistication is what transforms the Voynich manuscript from a curiosity into a profound, unsolved scientific problem. The manuscript's known history, or provenance, begins in the late 16th century at the court of Holy Roman Emperor Rudolf II. Rudolf, fascinated by alchemy and the occult, supposedly purchased the book for 600 gold ducats, an enormous sum. From there, it passed to Jacobus Sinapius, Rudolf's personal physician and an expert in herbal remedies, who likely studied its botanical drawings. For a time, the book vanished, only to reappear in the hands of Athanasius Kircher, a 17th century Jesuit scholar and master decoder. A letter found with the book shows its previous owner begging Kircher to apply his famous intellect to deciphering the text. Even Kircher, who claimed to have deciphered Egyptian hieroglyphs, failed. The book remained in the Jesuit college library, forgotten. For 200 years, it lay dormant, until 1912, when a Polish antique book dealer named Wilfrid Voynich acquired it. Voynich purchased a collection of manuscripts from the Villa Mondragone in Italy, and this strange codex was hidden among them. Recognizing its unique nature, he dedicated the rest of his life to solving its mystery and promoting its study. It is because of his obsession that this once-forgotten book became one of the most famous unsolved mysteries in the world. When Wilfrid Voynich brought the manuscript to public attention, he first turned to the experts, the world's best codebreakers. William Friedman, a legendary cryptographer who broke Japan's purple cipher, assembled a team to study the manuscript after his retirement. After decades of work, his team concluded it was likely an early attempt at a constructed philosophical language, but they couldn't read it. Even the National Security Agency, the NSA, took a crack at it. Their top analysts were equally stumped by its complexity. The problem is that we don't know what kind of code it is. Is it a cipher, a shorthand, a language in its own right? Modern computer analysis has allowed for deep statistical studies, but this has only deepened the mystery of the text's structure. Some researchers have tried using artificial intelligence, training neural networks on the script in hopes of finding a pattern. Dozens of claimed solutions have been published over the years, but none have been able to translate a full paragraph verifiably. The greatest codebreakers, with the most powerful tools in history, have all been defeated by a 600-year-old book. This unbroken record of failure is a testament to the sheer genius or madness of its anonymous creator. With no solution in sight, theories about the manuscript's purpose run wild. Let's explore the most compelling ones. Theory 1. It's a lost natural language. The text could be a known language written in a unique script or a language now extinct. Theory 2. It's a cipher. The text is a known language, like Latin, encrypted with a complex, multi-step code. This could involve a codebook, where each word corresponds to a different word or idea, making it nearly unbreakable without the key. Theory 3. It's a hoax. Some believe the entire book is a fabrication, created to swindle a wealthy patron like Emperor Rudolf II. However, the linguistic complexity makes this unlikely. Creating such a sophisticated fake would be as difficult as creating a real language. Theory 4. It's glossolalia, or speaking in tongues. The author could have been a mystic, channeling a divine or personal language. This would explain the fluid script and dreamlike imagery, but not the consistent linguistic patterns found throughout the book. A final, intriguing theory is that the author was an outsider, perhaps from a culture so remote that its language and botany are unknown. Each theory opens a new door, but behind every door is just another locked room. The truth remains tantalizingly out of reach. Today, the Voynich Manuscript rests at Yale's Beinecke Rare Book Library, one of its most requested items. It has become a cultural icon, a symbol of the ultimate unsolved puzzle, appearing in novels, video games, and music. The entire book has been digitized, allowing anyone in the world with an internet connection to try their hand at deciphering it. This crowdsourcing of the mystery is a modern chapter in the book's long and storied history, a global effort to solve it. Yet, despite all this attention and technology, the book remains silent, its secrets as safe as they were 600 years ago. It is a humbling reminder that for all our knowledge, there are still mysteries that we simply cannot comprehend. Perhaps its true value isn't in the message it contains, but in the curiosity and wonder it inspires in all who encounter it. It challenges our assumptions about history, language, and the limits of human ingenuity, both past and present. Will we ever unlock its secrets, or is it destined to remain the world's most beautiful and frustrating enigma? The Voynich Manuscript continues to wait, patiently, for the one mind that can finally read its story. Perhaps that mind is yours.